How is that going to be impacting our Indian markets? We have a team of research here to set you up for trade, tell you which are the important stocks to watch out for, cues in the world of F&O as well. First up, we have Vivek, who's here to tell us the important cues that we're keeping an eye out on today. Good morning, Vivek.
Well, good morning. While it may be too soon to call it a risk-on rally, you can definitely call it a relief rally that, asset classes saw overnight. U.S. markets led the way. Day first did see a sharp recovery intraday. And yesterday, all of the U.S. indices, in fact, led by NASDAQ, ended higher. Now, along with that, oil prices also stayed steady. A lot of positive commentary coming in, a lot of commentary talking about how there will be safeguards in place for tankers passing through the Strait of Hormuz, helping Brent prices stay stable and range-bound. Now, Asian markets saw early trade today, have seen a very sharp recovery. The Kospi, in fact, has seen the largest intraday recovery and largest intraday gain ever. Now, along with that, Indian markets yesterday ended lower for the third straight session. GIFT Nifty, however, is indicating that Indian markets too could follow suit in terms of the market rally that, or the relief rally that most of the Asian markets are seeing. The GIFT Nifty is indicating a positive start. Yesterday, what did well? IT managed to buck the overall weakness, managed to end with marginal gains, but overall, it was a very weak trading session. Realty, metal, most of these sectoral indices did see significant pressure. What is it that we will be watching out for? Number one, whether the market rally that we see or the gap up start that we see, whether that sustains. Important to watch out for would be the crude oil trajectory from here on, and also the rupee weakness, something that sustained yesterday as well, whether there can be any relief on that front. Overall, expect a soft, positive start for our markets today.
Okay, thanks so much for that, Vivek. But let's move on now and go across to Ria, who's here to tell us which are the stocks that you should be keeping on your radar. Good morning.
Well, good morning. First up, Petronet, LNG, IGL, MGL, GAIL as well as AGIC, Wopac will be in focus today as they face LNG supply concerns as Qatar invokes force majeure. Further to this, even Gujarat Gas has said that the availability of our LNG has become severely constrained, and they have also issued force majeure notices restricting the daily contracted quantity with effect from the 5th or 6th of March. And the company has also said that they do not have insurance cover for war. Even companies like Chambal Fertilizers, RCF and GNFC can see some impact from this, as LNG supply shortages can impact the output of these companies as key input supplies and prices get affected for them. Apart from this, BSE can remain in focus today since SEBI has given its nod to launch derivative contracts on Sensex Next 30 index, and they will be launching monthly futures and options contracts. Ramki Infra has bagged a contract worth roughly 1,400 crores from Maharashtra Industrial Township. Sundaram Fasteners will also remain in focus today as HDFC Mutual Fund has sold roughly 2% stake in the company via bulk deals, selling roughly 350 crores worth of stake in the company at a price of 832.1 per share. Lastly, HUL will also remain in focus today as they have sold the entire shareholding in Nutrition Lab for 307 crores.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Ria. I would also keep an eye out on Bharat Forge, that any class 8 numbers have come in as well, truck class 8 numbers, so keep an eye out on that. But Sudarshan is here now to tell us what we should be keeping an eye out on in the world of F&O. Good morning, Sudarshan. The word F&O always sees some volatility, so I also had to take a pause. But what are we keeping an eye out on today?
Good morning, Vinay. So, U.S. market closed in the green. There is a positive ruling from the U.S. court. So, these are the two major positives. And also, we have seen a bit of like recovery in the RT stocks, RT and chip makers in the U.S. market trading session. Now, talking about the negatives. Crude remains elevated. Still, Brent is about $83 per barrel. Second, rupee is above 92. So that also will be one of the concerns. And if you take a look at the F&O data, only one thing that comes in the mind is the heavy selling continues by FIs, both in the cash market as well as in the derivative market. We'll have to see if it reverses, seeing GIFT Nifty indicating a sharp uptick still, at least for the opening hour, currently trading with a gain of more than 100 points. Now talking about the FI flows in the index future, they have sold more than 3,200 crore. In the index options, they have sold almost 7,000 crore. Longs exposure has reduced to 14% because they have reduced long position by 4,000 contracts. Continue to add the short side. Added short positions of more than 15,000 contracts, and now short exposure has increased to 86% from the previous stage level of around 84%. Now on the options data, on the call side, 25,000 and 24,500 were the most active call options, with premium for both these options seeing a sharp fall and with an increase in the open interest. That tells you the heavy call writing for the options call options about 24,500. while on the put side, 24,400 and 24,000 were the most active ones. So support, I look around 24,000. Resistance or say buying will return only once Nifty crosses 25,000. Two stocks are in the band, Samant Capital and Sale also has come into the band. Some of the stocks that have seen short covering, those are Solar Industries, Nalco, P Fintech and Infosys. And some of the stocks which have seen fresh shorts, and those are Lodha, Petronet and Canara Bank from PSU banking space.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Darshan.